What I'm going to do now is I'm going to get a little bit more detailed and technical on some of the improvements of ArcGIS 10. And ArcGIS 10 is easier to use. Let me show you some ideas here. Let me start with ArcGIS Desktop. So we made quite a few changes in ArcGIS Desktop so we can make it more productive for you. And when you look at ArcGIS 10, it really looks like what you are used to. It looks like previous versions of ArcGIS. You still have your toolbars, your icons, your table of contents, and so on. But you'll see that it's much better. The table of contents, for example, we built it so you can collapse the table of contents. Why? Because now you have more real estate for your map. But if you want to use the table of contents, you simply put your mouse over, you use it to turn a layer off, and then you release the mouse, and the table of contents goes away. You can see that we don't even refresh the map, so we don't need to spend time doing that. And you can, of course, just kind of lock the table of contents if you are going to use it all the time. Very little things, but that are going to make your life much easier. Now, the table of contents has improved quite a bit. You have different views. In this view, you can see the data sources. In this view, you can look at the different layers that are selectable or not. You can even click on a specific symbol, and it will be highlighted in the map. In this tool, you can see the different features that have been selected. So if I select features, you can see that I'm going to get a report of which layers have features selected. But the table of contents is not the only window. There is a window that I really like. When was the last time that you were working in ArcMap and you had to close ArcMap and open ArcCatalog to add a field or to delete a field from a feature class that you were using in ArcMap? You don't need to do that anymore because ArcCatalog in ArcGIS 10 runs within ArcGIS Desktop. It's just another window. So you can access, find data, add new data to the map right from the catalog window in ArcMap. You still have ArcCatalog if you like, but you can also use it as a window within ArcMap. Another nice addition is search. So this is kind of like your operating system search. You type something, and we are going to find data, maps, geoprocessing tools, pretty much any GIS resource that you have, you can find through this search tool. Symbols, geoprocessing models, maps, metadata. It's a very quick search. Let me do a little bit of editing here. Editing in ArcGIS Desktop 10 has changed actually quite a bit from a user experience point of view. And the big thing here is templates. What is a template? Well, let me actually use a template. Who cares what a template is? I'm going to click on this gallery of things, and then I'm going to click on the map. You click on the element you want to draw, and you draw. Couldn't be simpler. I'm not sure why we made it so complicated in the past, but it's that simple now. Templates define, well, they have a name, they have a geometry type, a symbol, but also default attributes. So every time I create an 8-inch distribution main, you can see that the default attributes are 8 for size, status active, and so on. All these attributes are persisted there. So that's a powerful concept because any ArcGIS desktop user can create his or her own templates. Okay? Today I'm going to create about 137 distribution mains. They are all 8 inches, but they are proposed. So I create a new template with that name, and I change the default attribute to proposed. And I say, OK, you can see the new template that I have here. When I draw this template in the map, guess what happens? The default attribute is proposed. So this is very powerful because without breaking the rules that you have in the geodatabase, every ArcGIS desktop user can customize the editing experience so it adjusts to the specific workflow that that person is going to go through today or tomorrow, right? This concept of templates is actually spans across all ArcGIS, as you'll see later. Let's keep doing a few more things. Let's split this parcel. You have the split tool over here. Note that this toolbar showed up exactly when I started digitizing. This is what we call a contextual toolbar. It shows the tools that we think make sense for what you are doing right now, which is splitting a parcel. So I click on trace, and I trace, boom, and the parcel has been split. So now we can select this element and change the attribute to multipurpose. You get the point? Lots of new editing tools. Let me finish the editing demonstration here. So in this case, what I want to do is to change the size or the shape of a parcel so it really shows well with the imagery. You can see that they don't match. So what I used to do in the past is I get this vertex and I move it, and then this one I move it. No, not anymore. Now you can simply get all the vertices and move them all at once, right? So there are many, many, many things like this. I never thought that someone could get so excited about vertex editing. I normally, yeah. Well, anyways, I guess you get the point, right? We cannot spend too much time on this, but really, ArcGIS Desktop 10 has a lot of little improvements like this one that will make your life much easier. Simplified sharing of geographic knowledge. You got the point before, I just want to do it, okay? So what I will do now is I'm going to log into a machine that runs ArcGIS server. And this machine is this one, okay? And as you know, things start with desktop often. That's where you author your maps and your analysis. So I want to publish my map so you can see the process that I followed before I could put my map in arcgis.com. First of all, I got my map and I got rid of those layers that I don't want people to see in my map. In this case, the base map I don't want, because I want people to use different base maps on top of my data, correct? Got rid of it. And then I simply save my map document with a name. And then I used a toolbar, which is this toolbar right here. It's the Map Service Publishing toolbar. And right from ArcMap, you can push this button and create a map service. Now, this map service is going to be stored in a specific folder. It's how I organize my information. And it says, I'm going to replace an existing map service. Yes, because, well, I created before. So now I finish, and I create the service. OK? Couldn't be easier. You author a map in ArcMap, you use the toolbar, and you convert your map into a map service. Once you have that, once the map service is running, people can access that map service with a web browser. So let's open a web browser. And I'm going to navigate to my ArcGIS server. This is the services directory. It's a simple web page that displays the different GIS services running on your server. And I'm going to navigate to the map service I just created, okay? Which is this one. In the version of ArcGIS Server that many of you have, you know that you can preview the map service, okay, with this window. This is not new, you know this. In ArcGIS 10, we added yet another link that allows you to view your map in arcgis.com. And this is very powerful, because this is not just a simple viewer. It's a fully functional application that allows me to, again, like I did in ArcGIS Explorer Online, I can now change the base map, and I can add additional layers of information on top of my map, from ArcGIS Online, from the web, from a particular GIS server, you name it. So you can see again how I am creating the map, okay? Now the interesting thing is that you are going to get a lot of things for free with this application. Look at the table of contents, a dynamically generated legend. In here, you can even manipulate other properties of your map, such as the transparency of the layers. You can move layers up and down.